My name is Joseph Leitner, and I am 18 years old.
My name is Kelsey, and I'm 16.
My name's Annabelle, and I'm 16.
My name's Jackson Marshall Pryor, and I'm 15 years old.
I'm Sarah Rose Leitner, and I'm 14 years old.
I'm Benjamin David Leitner, and I'm currently 13.
My name is Geneva, and I'm 12 years old.
My name is Sydney, and I'm 12 years old.
My name is Lydia, and I'm 10.
I'm Elisa, I'm 10 years old.
I'm Hannah, and I am 9.
My name is Kyra, and my age is 7.
My name is Elizabeth, and I am 7.
Hi, my name is Joshua. I'm 4. I'm 5. I mean.
My favorite thing about both of you is how you pursue a relationship with each of us. How it can be different ways based off of who the grandchild is, but you make an effort to hang out with us and bring us into what you love to do and teach us new things.
They're very kind and generous and hospitable. Well, I think it's they're very compassionate and kind.
They're very sweet and kind and generous. They let us come over and use their house to spend the night and have time with them. And just very kind too.
Well, my favorite thing about Grandma and Grandpa is how trusting they are and how they're willing to invest in their grandchildren, believing in the abilities that God has blessed them with. Even if it's a little risky, they're willing to believe in their grandchildren.
When they tell stories?
Well, when I walk into their door, they welcome us and they're happy to see us.
I would say probably like how sweet you guys are. Like not many grandparents have. I mean, like that's what you think of when you think of grandparents, but you guys have like this special sweetness about you and like kindness that we don't really find in other people. So that would be my favorite thing.
My favorite thing about Grandma and Grandpa is that when we go over to their house, we play games and watch movies mostly all day long.
Well, I picked out one thing for each of them. I love how Grandpa always has a friendly, playful manner and all of his funny jokes. And how Grandma always does stuff with her hands and is very crafty and creative.
They let us spend the night, they love us, they cook for us, and sometimes they let us watch shows, and that's what I mostly like about them. And also I like how they let us spend the night and we read to them. It's really fun.
I like how they're very warm and welcoming. Whenever we come into their house, they're always are ready to give us a warm greeting, and they're always inviting us to do new projects and new things. So yeah, very warm and welcoming. I like that about them.
I like how they would let us sleep at their house, and I like how they take us out and they come to the same church we do. I like going with Drish, and I like going with Papa Peter, and yeah.
My favorite memory, that's an unfair question. I demand jurisdiction. There's too many memories, to be honest, but I think I'd say probably one of my favorites is at their old house in Hillary, thank you, Hillary Clinton, the place that they had, and Grandpa teaching me how to climb up get into the playset, and I felt so proud because then I could help everyone else, and I was the only one who could help them. And then with Grandma, she would have us sit out next to the pool, and she'd have towels where we lay down, and she would read her book, and we would take our naps. Those are probably my favorite memories.
Me and some cousins were sitting around the table having lunch, and from the garage we hear a trumpet playing, and then I remember going out and seeing Grandpa playing the trumpet, and I remember being like, oh, I didn't know you could play the trumpet, that's so cool.
And they take us to New Orleans.
My favorite memory was when the four of us, Jackson, Joseph, Kelsey, and I, went over to Grandma and Grandpa's house, and we played card games and just totally ate all the sugar we could get our hands on and had the time of our lives. That was literally so much fun. When I have parties, I always want people to be able to enjoy their time. I enjoyed my time that one time. It's confusing, but yeah, that was a lot of fun.
When they take us out and do trips and stuff.
Probably being their parlor maids.
My favorite memory with Grandma and Grandpa is that when I turned 10, Grandpa took us out to go camping, and Grandma gave us a bunch of sodas. And I love that day, till this day.
It's not exactly a memory, but when they came to the hospital to see me when I was born.
My favorite memory was, well, there was two. One, when Grandpa would take me to DQ. He's a big fan of that. And then one time, Grandma had told me a story about me when I was a little girl and how I liked to dress up. And I came down one time when I was supposed to be in bed, and she was in the basement, and she saw me, and she said my name, and I looked at her as if she was not supposed to be there. So it was really funny, and I loved that.
I remember one time Papa took us out to DQ.
Okay, so my favorite memory with you guys is when I spent the night at your Hilliard house for a week all by myself, and there was lots of things that we did. I remember sitting on Grandpa's lap, riding the tractor while we were lawn mowing, planting flowers with Grandma. She teaching me and stamping up stuff in the basement, picking grapes, swimming in the pond, picking blackberries, going to the hardware store, running an errand to DQ, all of those fun things. Oh, there was also a reading party with Aunt Jan that we did, and I built a little tent.
My favorite memory with them is when they took us to Louisiana and when I snuggle up next to them.
One day was really fun. We were at the Hilliard house, and Lightners were there too, and I remember Grandpa took us out in his golf cart, and we went picking grapes and in the small vineyard you had in your backyard, and that was really fun. We went back and made jelly and things like that, and I think we made jelly with Grandma. And then I think that was probably one of my favorite memories ever. Definitely my favorite out of them. So yeah.
Watching shows, we do that. The thing I always tell Mama is going to spend the night with them.
I just want to say thank you so much for being my grandparents, and also I wanted to say specifically to Grandma, thank you so much for endlessly saving my life with giving me baking supplies when I don't have something. I will literally call your house, and it's so funny because I think of you guys as a safe place. If I don't have eggs, Grandma will and she'll let me have them. So I just want to say thank you for all those million times that you saved my life from disaster by giving me baking supplies.
I like what you do for us, and I want to come back later.
They are my favorite grandparents on my mom's side.
I love them. I thank you for one of our shows. I thank you for food, and I thank you for that.
I love you. I hope you get to. That'd be really cool if you guys had another 50 years. And I think that either way, if even if this is the last anniversary that we have together, I definitely think that the legacy of the 50 years will live on, and you both love each other very well and love me very well. So thank you for that.
I love them, and I hope Grandma gets better.
That you're one of the richest people I know, because you have a lot of grandkids and that you spend a lot of time with them.
I love you. You are loved by many, and you don't need to try to make
others love you. You don't need to try. You're doing great by yourselves. And continue to touch people's lives.
I love you. Thank you so much for everything you do and have done.
I love you guys. Thank you so much for all that you have entrusted me with, as letting me take on the challenge of being the youth leader at our church, and giving me all these different things I can invest into it, and all the resources you've given me. It's been a great help, and I definitely believe that will help me a lot as I progress through my life.
Thank you for always being there and always being so loving and caring and teachable and eager to learn new things, but also eager to teach, and bringing all of us in. Kind of fits in with what I was saying earlier, but thank you for just always including all of us and wanting us to have relationships with all the other cousins, and just kind of connecting our whole family together.
I want to tell them, congratulations guys, you made it for 50 years, and nobody can get this. There's not a lot of people who get 50 years marriage, so keep up the good work.
That I love them and I want to see them more often.
I want to tell them I love you, your house is great, I love your house, and I love spending the night there, and you're my favorite grandma and grandpa.
I love you, Papa. Good tip and a bad head.
Good dad.